Jadam organic farming, the ultra low cost system. We talked about the Jadam microorganism solution in the training earlier on. So the trees where you find the mold, the leaf molds, if you've ever heard about the decomposer sold by the Indian Organic Institute, this is where some of the microorganisms were harvested from. The leaf molds. I actually use a particular tree known as Clericidum sepium, which the leaves are used for fertilizer, and they are rich source of microorganisms in their root. So this is where I harvest most of the microorganisms. So I harvest the molds and then I take them home. This is 20-liter bucket that we use. Potato 500 grams, and also say salt. We use 4 tablespoons black salt, 1 tablespoon, and of course 2 handful of the leaf molds. You need a mesh cloth like this one that can sieve the content. So you add the potato. The potato will provide food because it's rich in carbohydrates. Provide food for the microorganisms as they culture. The leaf molds are the major source of the microorganisms. We have algae, we have fungi, bacteria, a whole lot of colony that we are going to culture. You can see the evidence of the patches of the colony of the microorganisms in the leaves patches as shown here. So this you culture. First you measure out the sea salt. I got this off the shelf in the supermarket. Then cost about 8 or 900 naira. I wouldn't remember. Then the black salt I told you is rich in potassium. The black salt is very rich in potassium, so I want that to be part of it. You know, the JMS, which is the Jadam Microorganisms, is rich, very rich also in nutrients. So the sea salt will provide nutrient also for the GMS. So we as earlier said, we measure 4 tablespoons of the sea salt and 1 tablespoon of the black salt, which is the major source of potassium. Potassium, you know, is one of the micronutrient for plant growth. So you mix the salt first in water. You mix thoroughly. Then after this, you tie up your leaf mold containing potato and the leaf molds. You must add rock to it. This rock, as you can see, will enable the whole thing submerge properly in water as you keep for 3 days. 2-3 days this is done. You keep under a shade, not total shade, but you need light. You need sunlight to come in. You are not going to cover tightly, you cover lightly. So you tie up the content in the mesh cloth. You tie it properly. You don't want this to spill in the water prematurely. After tying, then you knead it. You break you knead properly. You break the potato in the cloth. You break everything. You knead, massage thoroughly so that those content can seep into the water perfectly for the culturing process to take place. So after that, you cover lightly and your GMS will be ready. The second day, this is what we get. The second day, watch out, see. So the second day, we have evidence of foam coming out from the top. You can see the foaming. So this shows that the microorganisms are having a feed day. They are partying right now, so they enjoy their best life in the water. So this is what we want to happen. So you can see it. So I'll leave this for another day, which will be the second day, and you will see that we have more of this. Okay, so here it is. So you can see we have more of them. of the foam at the top. So it shows that this is done. Don't over ferment this more than 3 days. If you over ferment it, then you will not get the microorganisms to work. Instead, you will have the fertilizer. It's also good if you want the fertilizer, you ferment, then you start using it as fertilizer. Actually, the usage is 1 to 10 parts, so 1 liter to 10 parts of water. Good afternoon.